Okay, now that you've done your shapes up here, hopefully you've completed all of those, we're going to move on to the next row where we have pencil tool and brush tool. Well, ours aren't called exactly that. We're going to go up here to where we have the pen tool, and we're going to select the freehand tool. And that's what we're going to use for both of those. So when we come back down here, we're just going to draw this out the best we can. We do not have to follow these lines exactly. It's freehand. We're just going to click on it and drag and make our own little whatever it's going to be and just meet back up where we started. And you can see that we've made an outline. I don't have anything in the fill over here. It's empty. That's why we're not seeing anything in the fill. If I want to change that, I just click on it and select something to put in the center, and it's there. I also have a black border down here. That's why we have a black border. So then when I come up here, I can do it again. I'm just going to draw whatever I want to draw. And Gravit kind of helps me out in choosing where we want to put things. If I want to move it around, I can click on it, click on my selection tool again, and move things around. I can stretch it out from the corner if I want to make it bigger. I can do whatever I want here. We're going to use the same tool again over here where it says brush tool because we don't have a separate brush tool in Gravit. So that's what you're going to do for that part. When we come down to the next phase, we're going to be doing some shapes, and really easy to make shapes. We're just going to come up here and then click on the drop down, and we're going to choose rectangle for this first one. Click on the corner and drag it out. Okay. If we want to fill it in, we can just come back over here where it says fills and click on that and choose whatever color we want. So I'll choose that blue color. It will fill it in. All right. The next thing is our borders down here, and that's where we can choose if we want it to be outlined in the same color or not. So right now it has a black border. If I click here, I can change it so that the border is the same color and you don't really see anything different. If I want to turn it back to black, I can change how thick that border is by going down here and changing the number with it. And so I can make it, 6 if I want to, and it makes it nice and thick. I can click back in here again and make it 1, and it's back to skinny again. And then if I want it to appear like we don't have a border, click here and make it the same color as the fill. So we do that. Okay, and then we're going to do our circle. Choose here, we can choose an ellipse. If we hold shift while we're doing it, it will make a perfect circle for us. We make it about the size we want. Oops, I let go of shift too soon. Let's try that again. Command Z always gets us back. So click our circle again, hold shift. If you let go of the shift key before you let go of your mouse, it will make it an oval. And so now I'll go back to my selection tool, which Gravit does that automatically, which is kind of cool, so you don't accidentally draw extra circles. And then you can just click on it and move it back where you want to. And it moves it exactly where you want to. Okay, we have a polygon tool. We have a triangle tool. We have a star tool. So let's go on down to the star. So we're going to go ahead and make our star. And we don't have any fills right here, so we need to change that. I'm going to pick a different color. I guess I'll pick green this time. And draw out my star. Okay, I can rotate it if I want to. If I take my mouse right outside the corner, I can rotate it back in. If I want to make sure that if I want to make it smaller, I can grab a corner and drag it back in. But if I want to keep my size consistent, I'm going to go ahead and click on the shift key and do it that way. And then when I'm done, it's like that. Okay. If I want to rotate it again backward to get it closer to the same direction as the other one, I can do that. I can click on it, click off of it, click on it, and then move it where I want it. And I'll rotate it back over again. And these don't have to be exactly in place, just to show you how you can move things around. Now we don't have a way to do the star one, so we're going to be a little bit creative in that, and we'll take our star tool again, because we see here we have extra points, and we don't have a tool that will allow us to do that. So what we'll do is we'll our star, I think I'll do a different color here, make it this purple color, and I'm going to hold shift so that my sides are proportional. Go ahead and move it, and then if I want to get those extra points there, I'm just going to draw another one on top of it. So I'm going to click my star tool again, because remember, it automatically goes back to your selection tool. So I'm going to click my star tool again, and then I'm going to draw another one, holding shift. And I'm going to make it about the same size. If I want to be really particular, I could look at all the numbers up here and make them exact, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to rotate it around, and then I'm going to move it so that they're in those corners. And then I have a border that's transparent. I clicked here and clicked 0% to make that border transparent, so that I can make my shape kind of look like it's all one shape. And so I'm going to hold shift, make it a little bit bigger to kind of get these where I want it to be. And there we go. It's pretty close. If I wanted to play with it more, I could get it more, exact, and I could rotate the whole thing or whatever I want. So play around with these, see what you can come up with, and that'll do it. Then we'll move on to the next one after you finish this.